Hello, English students. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the power of words. Words are very powerful. You've probably heard this over and over again, and you kind of know what it means, but you don't exactly know what it means. And what it means is that our words convey messages. Those messages have meanings. And if people can understand the meanings of those messages, and those messages move them to do something or accomplish something, then that is more powerful than having someone do something by being coerced into it or forced into it. Think about people throughout history. Think about how words have affected people throughout history. Let's think of a couple of examples here. Now, one example that we can think of right off the bat is that history is written by the winners, right? They say history is written by the victors, meaning that whoever wins a war or whoever is on top usually writes down the history books, the history narratives, etc. And that is what we know of history. A lot of other stuff probably happened. Some of the people that we view as the good guys may have actually been the bad guys, but our version of history, our impression of history is completely dependent on the written narratives and written accounts that were given by historians. Think of other things. There are written proposals or written treatises that have been given throughout time that have caused people to rise to action. Think of the American Revolution. There were many, many writers that wrote essays and, articles urging people to break away from Britain, to break away and make those 13 colonies into an independent nation. A lot of people thought it was crazy. A lot of people thought that it would never work. But because of the written works of people like Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton, because of some of the written works of these people, John Adams, there's a lot of them we could mention, right? Because of their written works, the United States of America is in existence today. And if it was not for the written word, the United States probably wouldn't exist and we'd still be part of Britain as some sort of colony. Who knows what would have happened? But the existence of the United States of America is directly the result of written words made by men, printed in newspapers, passed out as leaflets, passed out as pamphlets, and then their words caused people to go into action to accomplish something. You've heard them say that the pen is mightier than the sword, and that's true. It doesn't mean that, you could take out a pen and defend yourself against somebody with a sword. That's ridiculous. But what it means is that if I have a sword, I'm one man. I might be able to garner a few more people or maybe even an army, and I can maybe march them into somewhere and take it over or cause, some damage some places, become a winner and rule for a while. But my rule is going to be limited to how far I can stretch out that sword and the sword of those that follow me and enforce my rule. Whereas if I were to write down some ideas and persuade people that my way of thinking was correct, I can get people to go along with my ideology, my thought process, and whatever I think is right, and they will believe me and start to enact whatever it is that I'm writing about or convincing them about in their life without having to force them. So we say that the pen is mightier than the sword, not because you can actually beat people that have a sword with a pen, but because when you write down your ideas, they can become more powerful than any man with any sword can ever be, even if he's as skilled as Zorro. Okay? The power of words means that your writing can convince people, can sway people, and can inform people. In academic writing, we have two purposes. We have the purpose to inform, and we have the purpose to persuade. So no matter what you're writing in academics, that's pretty much the only two things we're trying to accomplish, either to persuade somebody of something or to inform them of something. And the way that you form your words, the way that you get your point across is going to make the difference between success and failure. So what we're going to be focusing on this week is improving your writing and making your writing so well developed that your reader is going to completely understand your message and hopefully be persuaded to believe that you are correct in whatever it is that you're writing about. Take care. We'll learn a little bit more later. Thank you.